They never expected her to say it. For weeks, whispers echoed across social media, headlines screamed of a scandal, and fans around the world waited, breathless, for her response. Song Hye Kyo, the queen of K-drama, had been silent. And then she spoke. When her words finally came, they left fans stunned, confused, and emotional, igniting a firestorm of reactions that still hasn't settled. Today, we take you deep into the heart of one of the biggest controversies in Korean entertainment this year, the rumors linking Song Hye Kyo and Lee Min-ho, the scandal that had the internet in chaos, and the shocking statement that has fans torn between relief and heartbreak. Stay with us until the end, because the truth may not be as simple as it seems. Welcome back to the channel, where we bring you the biggest stories from the world of Korean entertainment. And trust me, today's story isn't just gossip. It's a drama of its own, starring two of the brightest stars in the industry. Let's dive right in. Song Hye Kyo is no stranger to the spotlight. Ever since her breakout role in Autumn in My Heart back in 2000, she has been one of Korea's most beloved actresses. Known for her elegance, quiet grace, and flawless performances, she has managed to maintain an air of mystery around her personal life, even as her fame skyrocketed. Every role she plays becomes iconic, and every move she makes becomes headline news. But with fame comes scrutiny. Her high-profile marriage to Song Joong-ki, her co-star in Descendants of the Sun, captured the imagination of millions. Their divorce, just 2 years later, broke the hearts of fans who had idolized them as the perfect couple. Since then, every rumor surrounding Song Hye Kyo's love life has been magnified under the unforgiving lens of the media. And then there's Lee Min-ho, the ultimate Hallyu star, whose boyish charm and commanding screen presence made him a household name with boys over flowers. He went on to deliver hit after hit: City Hunter, The Heirs, and The King, Eternal Monarch, cementing his status as a global superstar. Fans adore him not only for his acting but also for his down-to-earth personality. And yet, like Song Hye Kyo, his love life has always been a topic of endless speculation. Now imagine these two names, Song Hye Kyo and Lee Min-ho, suddenly thrown together in a scandal. It was enough to send shockwaves across the internet. The rumors started quietly, with a few online posts hinting that the two had been spotted together. Some fans swore they saw them at the same location on multiple occasions. Others began analyzing their Instagram posts, suggesting that their captions and backgrounds hinted at something more than coincidence. Gossip forums exploded, and soon major outlets began to pick up the story. At first, both stars remained silent. Song Hye Kyo, true to form, ignored the growing chatter, focusing instead on her projects. Lee Min-ho's camp also chose to say nothing, allowing speculation to build. But the silence only made things worse. And then, Song Hye Kyo broke. In a carefully crafted statement, she addressed the rumors head-on. "I've been aware of the stories surrounding me," she began, her voice steady but tinged with emotion. "I chose silence because I believed it was the right thing to do. Sometimes silence speaks louder than explanations. But I also realize that my silence has hurt people I care about, and I want to speak now." Fans were stunned. Was this an indirect admission? Or was she simply acknowledging the chaos? She continued, "Lee Min-ho is someone I deeply respect. What people assume, imagine, or speculate about us, it doesn't change the truth of who we are. I admire him as an actor and as a person. That is the truth." Those words exploded across social media. Within minutes, hashtags like #SongHyeKyo and #LeeMinho trended worldwide. Reactions were divided. Some fans sighed in relief, seeing this as her way of shutting down the rumors. Others couldn't help but notice the emotional undertone of her words, insisting there was more to the story than she was letting on. Lee Min-ho, in turn, responded through his agency. "I am grateful for her words," his statement read. "The past few weeks have been difficult, but I respect Song Hye Kyo deeply as a colleague and as a person." His agency said little more, but the warmth of his message only added fuel to the fire. The media went into overdrive. Headlines screamed of a secret romance, while others framed it as a professional show of respect. Talk shows dissected every line, with experts analyzing body language, tone, and even the timing of their statements. Fans, meanwhile, were in turmoil. Some argued passionately that their idols deserved privacy. Others clung to the hope that maybe, just maybe, this was the beginning of a real-life romance. But the story doesn't stop there. To understand why this scandal hit so hard, we have to go back to their histories, their struggles, and the scars that have shaped them. Song Hye Kyo has endured years of public scrutiny. Her marriage and divorce with Song Joong-ki weren't just personal milestones, they were national news events. Every smile, every tear, every move she made during that time was captured and dissected. In interviews afterward, she confessed how difficult it was to balance her public and private lives, how silence often felt like her only refuge. That history explains why her words today carry so much weight. Lee Min-ho, too, has faced intense pressure. His relationships have been under the microscope since his early 20s, with every rumored girlfriend becoming a trending topic. In past interviews, he admitted that it was exhausting to live under constant speculation, but he also said he understood it came with fame. So when these two stars, both of whom have faced relentless curiosity about their personal lives, are suddenly linked together, it's no wonder the scandal became one of the most talked about topics of the year. And yet, amid all the noise, one thing stands out: the mutual respect in their words. Both Song Hye Kyo and Lee Min-ho chose not to lash out, not to deny aggressively, not to hide. Instead, they spoke with grace, leaving fans both comforted and more curious than ever. But here's the big question. Was Song Hye Kyo's statement enough to silence the rumors? Or did it only spark more speculation? Some fans argued that her carefully chosen words were designed to protect both herself and Lee Min-ho without giving away too much. Others insist that her tone carried emotions that can't be explained away as simple admiration. And maybe that's the beauty of it. The uncertainty keeps the world watching, waiting, analyzing, and hoping for answers. Because in the end, this isn't just about a scandal. It's about two of the most iconic figures in Korean entertainment, navigating fame, privacy, and the relentless hunger of a world that refuses to stop speculating. And as history has shown us, the truth always comes out, eventually.
So what do you think?
Was this Song Hye Kyo's way of putting an end to the scandal? Or was it her subtle way of revealing a bond too precious to expose fully to the world? Whatever the case may be, one thing is certain. Her words have left fans stunned, and the story of Song Hye Kyo and Lee Min-ho is far from over. Stay tuned, because the next chapter in this saga might be just around the corner.